What makes you look so good? Why don't you love me like I know you could?
5 minutes after 10 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in this Friday morning. Kelli Hart is in the studio ready to tell us some more about Ocala, and especially from the perspective of Ocala Magazine.
Yes.
Kelli is, of course, the executive editor of Ocala Magazine. The executive editor. How you doing?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
Good. It's the last Friday of August.
It is.
So autumn kind of begins like Monday or something.
Yeah. Well, I think
Not
it began when
technically.
Starbucks put out their pumpkin coffees.
Oh, did they really
That's
do
always
that?
the mark of fall.
Oh,
So
yeah,
they've
yeah,
just
yeah.
moved it up a little bit. So
Jumped ahead, huh?
yes. So I've been seeing everybody posting all of their different fall like pumpkin lattes and coffees they've been getting from Starbucks. So
Wow.
yeah, I guess it's technically fall.
So we have Starbucks here, you know. We have a
I saw that in the
special little
lobby.
thing. Now, did you see the special squirt stuff of what's that flavor called again? The one I'm not really a big fan of it, but
I didn't see the hazelnut.
hazelnut. Thank you.
Thank
I
you,
always forget
peanut
what it's
gallery.
called. Doug thought it was hand sanitizer.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Did it get really sticky?
Sticky hands.
Well.
Yeah. So shake his hand. You'll say,
Oh no.
the heck's wrong with your
That's
hand?
tricky.
Yeah, yeah.
No, I saw the Starbucks logo in there, and Joe made sure to offer me some coffee from Starbucks. So,
Yeah.
so that's an awesome relationship to have with them, and have them right here in the mall too. That's dangerous.
That is cool. Yeah, and I believe they're open pretty early.
Well, it's coffee.
I don't get over there, but
They have to be open
Yeah,
early. It's
yeah.
coffee. Well, and speaking of best coffee, the topic today is best of the best, because September 1st we start our best of the best voting again.
All right.
Which, you know, that happens every year. And I think everybody really looks forward to the December issue when we announce all of our winners.
Mm-hmm.
And every year it's always a stiff competition between the people that have won the year before. They want to maintain their title of best business or best whatever it might be. And then there's always these new businesses. And the question always, every single year, remains, how do you guys come up with your best of the best nominees? And sometimes there's been a misconception that it is a paid for type deal, which it is not. We say every year it's not, and people still sometimes will insist. But we always want to clear up how we do that process so people understand the process and how fair it is, the fairest that we can make it, and we want it to be a fun thing. We want people to enjoy it. So every year, of course, we open up nominations, and I think we've even announced it a few times here on the show that people can email the magazine, they can call the magazine, send it on Facebook, and we are always open to nominations, not just for people within these categories, but new categories. Every year there's 50 categories with 5 people in each one.
Uh-huh.
And we want to change it up from time to time. There are still those favorites that we like to keep because we think they're really important and it's a fun category, but we do like to mix it up and create some new things. So this year we opened it up, told people to please call or email us, send us letters for some ideas, which we got some great ones. And we've changed it up this year a little bit. So we're excited about the categories and the people within the categories. And voting begins September 1st. The way that we do that is we send our list outsourced.
Right.
They create a link for us. They create the survey for us. And, of course, it gets posted on Facebook. And then the minute it hits Facebook, of course, it becomes shared with Marion County and maybe possibly beyond. And people start their campaigns for votes. And when it's all said and done at the close of the end of September, this same person that created this survey is outsourced again to tally all of the votes, and they send us back our winners. So we get our winners in the order of votes. So Ocala Magazine has nothing to do. Once it leaves our hands and becomes a survey and people start voting, we have no more control over what goes on.
Really?
With
So
the
it's
voting.
not done through the magazine?
It is not done through the magazine.
Not through the magazine website or anything like that?
No.
Really?
Nope. And the
So
links are shared that way, but the votes, we just get kind of like, you know, presenting a Grammy or something. We open it up and we see the winners for the first time.
So what questions can I ask? Last year I asked the question, can't let you know yet. You can't tell me who they are, right? You can't tell me.
Here's what I'm going to do. I've decided today, because voting is just maybe a day or two away. It starts September 1st.
Right. Oh, you can tell me some.
So I'm going to tell you some this morning. And I did put on Facebook that people who were listening would get a little bit of a sneak peek. Okay. They can't begin voting until September 1st.
They haven't heard this till right now.
But they have not heard this till right now. This is new news. All right. So we always have a bunch of restaurant and food type categories just because there's so many amazing restaurants in town. So this year we broke it down to some specific menu items. So one of them is best wings.
Best wings.
Best wings. Okay.
Right,
I think that's something everybody enjoys. Everybody likes wings. I'm sure everybody has their favorite spots. So in the best wing category, we have these 5 folks.
Okay.
And I hope they're listening because I want them to know ahead of time. Brooklyn's Backyard, Reagan's Sports Pub, Mojo Grill, Gator Dockside, Crunchies, and Munchies. See, that's stiff. That's tough.
It's very tough.
That's very tough.
Yeah.
Because they all do such different things and have different flavors. But that's what we like. If they're going to be the best, we've said this before, you want to be the best of the best, it's going to have to be tough competition.
Okay.
We like that.
All right.
Now, here's another one that is new this year. Best pancakes.
Best pancakes.
Yes.
Okay.
So we have Silver Springs Restaurant, Ricardo's, The Lunchbox, Wolfie's, and IHOP. Tough again. Yeah, these are tough. I mean, we get these ideas from people within the community, and then we get the nominees and people at the magazine. I mean, it's our list. Sometimes we have to narrow it down to 5 for maybe like 15 or 20 different ones.
Yeah.
So that can be really difficult to do. Sometimes we'll fish it out in the community, and I know this year I used the Ocala Word of Mouth Facebook page as kind of a resource. I would say, hey, what do you guys think about the best pancakes in town? And it was flooded with responses, and it really helped kind of pinpoint based on that list the ones that were getting mentioned.
Are Belgian waffles on there?
Belgian waffles are not. They're not on there, but you can email me that.
Is it too late? Is it too late to get on this?
It's too late now.
The best place to get a Belgian waffle is always the golf course. I'm not going to name a golf course.
Okay.
But have you ever noticed this? The best place?
I'm not much of a waffle eater. I have to say, I'm not much of a waffle eater. So I'm not a good judge of that.
So I could be wrong. Somebody out there might say, nah, you're wrong.
I trust you. That sounds about right.
All right.
Okay, let's see. What other new... Okay. Another new one we have this year is best wait staff. We always have, best new restaurant and best place to grab lunch and things of that nature. But we've never really had best wait staff.
That's a nice category.
So we want people to think when they walk into an establishment, are they greeted? Are people nice? Are they friendly and professional? I want to hear if the
one I think should be on there is on there.
Okay, so here's the 5 that people have said should be in competition amongst one another for best wait staff. Beef O'Brady's, Wing House, Richard's Place, Mojo's, and Braised Onion.
Okay.
I won't ask you if yours was on that list.
I didn't know I could tell you. It is on the list.
It is on the list.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So this was based on personality.
I thought I was supposed to hold back my opinion.
Professionalism. Well, I mean, that's up to you.
Okay, all right.
That's up to you.
Right.
I can't voice my opinion, although I do vote. I vote, every day throughout voting, of course. But I have to be really careful about not saying what my votes are. But I think overall, why?
It's not you. It's an outside
Well,
deal.
as the voice of the magazine, I don't want to show any favoritism towards anybody affiliated with something we have going on.
Okay.
But of course, I have my favorites.
Okay.
Let's see what else we have.
Let's see now. Going back to the wings category, though.
Yes, let's go back.
I mean, you could blindfold me and take me to any of those places, and I wouldn't complain.
Oh no! I mean, they're all delicious.
I mean, yeah.
They're all delicious, and they're all so different.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, that's the hard part, and that's why when people start voting, we want it to be one of those things where you really have to think, my gosh, they're good and they're good. Well, yeah, that's why they're all on this list, because they're all really fabulous.
Okay.
So you have to almost come up with your own criterion of what am I gonna use as my method for voting, because it's stiff competition.
Right.
Okay, let's see what we have going on here. Another one that we have is best barbecue in town. I mean, this was a hard one because there's...
Hold on to them because we're up against that weather spot, okay?
Oh, let's do the weather. Okay.
So we'll take the weather.
Think about barbecue while we do the weather.
And, which barbecue?
Okay.
There's so many of them. That's the only problem with this. As Ocala gets bigger, they become more and more contenders. All right, we'll be right back with Kelli Hart and Ocala Magazine Radio.
Okay, great.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. For today, a mix of clouds and sun with a thunderstorm or two around during the afternoon and evening hours. The high today 90 to 94. And partly cloudy later tonight, low 74 to 78. Tomorrow, times of sun and clouds with an afternoon and evening thunderstorm in the area, high 89 to 93. And on Sunday, partly sunny with a thunderstorm likely in the afternoon, high 90 to 94. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
What you may have missed on the John Tesh Radio Show.
Even one late night makes us look less healthy and much less attractive to others. Get some sleep, sit up straight, and we're good to go. The toilet seat is probably the cleanest thing you'll touch in a public restroom. What you talk about at a meal, much more important than what you eat. Draw people out by asking everybody for the high point and low point of their day. We used to call them highs and lows at my family dinner.
Intelligence for your life on the John Tesh Radio Show. Don't miss this stuff.
Hey Adam, those burgers gonna be done before summer's over?
Maybe. Why? You got big plans for the summer?
Not really. Just the usual, kids hanging around the house. How about you?
Actually, I'm having Joshua get his pilot's license this summer.
What? Is he old enough? Can you really do that in just the summer?
Yeah, you can get your pilot's license at 17, and the summer is plenty of time. Plus, this could be the start to his career as an airline pilot.
That is a great idea. I bet Tyler would love that. Actually, I would too.
You guys should do it.
I don't have time for that. Some of us have to work for a living, you know?
Not you, no. Seriously, they work around your schedule.
Really? That's cool. Where are you going?
Ocala Aviation, at the airport off 60th.
How'd you hear about it?
I heard about it on the radio, then I stopped in. I've got a card if you want the number.
Yeah, hold on. Let me get my phone.
Hurry up, the burgers are burning.
Okay, I'm ready. Go ahead.
861-7484.
Hold on, I missed a number.
Such a slacker. Here it is again. 861-7484.
Excellent. I'm gonna call them now.
How about we eat before you start your new adventure?
That's probably a good idea.
You think?
Hi, I'm Yvette, and I'm here to tell you a few things about ABC Frederick's Appliance. They sell not only new, but used guaranteed appliances. When you call ABC Frederick's Appliance, they will provide service on what they sell and any appliances that you own. ABC Frederick's Appliance is located in Bellevue, right over the railroad tracks. Call 352-629-5181. That's 352-629-5181. That's 352-629-5181. ABC Frederick's Appliance.
News Talk 1370, WOCA invites you to discover your full business potential. News Talk Radio is the perfect environment for your advertising. WOCA's News Talk format pinpoints information-hungry, better educated, high-income adults, so use us to talk to them. Call 732-8000, 732-8000. We're Ocala News Talk Radio. News Talk 1370, WOCA.
All right, 18 minutes after 10 o'clock, let's rejoin Kelli Hart, Ocala Magazine Radio. We're going to find out the nominees for the best of the best in barbecue places.
Yes.
Okay.
Right. Best of the best barbecue nominees. Voting begins September 1st. We have Hardwood Smokehouse, Bubba Q's Barbecue, Oakwood Smokehouse and Grill, Fat Boys Barbecue, and Roosevelt's Barbecue. I don't know how people are going to vote.
Whatever happened?
I just don't know.
Do you remember Ocala not too long ago? Maybe I'm just not out as much as I used to be, but there used to be these guys on the side of the road with these big black grills, and they would be making all this barbecue stuff just off the side of the road.
Yes. Well, I know that's kind of the operation behind Roosevelt's Barbecue. I remember when it started, it's just like a little trailer somewhere.
Yeah.
And I mean, he's a legit established, but he's kind of off the side of the road, and you're driving by and you're stopped at this red light. And
you smell
God forbid your window's down, and then you're
like,
oh my gosh, it's so delicious. So, you know.
But didn't we used to have more of them? Did somebody create a law that made them illegal or something?
Possibly. Maybe the city started to kind of rein people in on permitting and things of that nature.
It's like the guy in the boat with the giant shrimp. You ever see this guy? On the corner of Silver Spring Boulevard?
I see him all the time. I'm allergic, so it doesn't matter one way or another to me, but they are huge.
I guess he sells them because he's always there.
Well, I guess so. He probably has a great business. Keeps you from having to get in your boat and spend your gas to go out and
So that's what he does.
him,
He must
right?
go out in the boat. I wonder where he goes. Ocala's like in the middle.
I don't know. I'm sure he wouldn't tell you because
Goes in the water.
it would hurt his business.
I go in the water.
I go in the business, but he brings back some huge shrimp. I don't know. He's not on our list, though. Maybe we should have a seafood category next
The
year.
best street vendor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that might be a good one because we have a lot of them. I mean.
Yeah, whatever happened to the hot dog lady anyway? The downtown
Judy.
lady. Judy, yeah.
I don't know. I asked someone just recently what happened to Judy. Maybe she retired.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe the hot dog business isn't as good as it used to be. Okay, another category we have, which we have every year, is Best New Eatery. But of course, it always changes because it's a new eatery. So
Has
you
to be
had
new.
to have opened in the last year.
Okay, all right.
So the nominees for this category, let's see, we have PDQ, A Taste of Everywhere, Chayote, Crazy Cucumber. Oh, and I know I'm saying this wrong. It's the Gyro Hut, but it's not Gyro at all. It's like
Hero.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like a.
Yeah,
It's
Hero
almost
Hut.
like a Jewish thing.
Hero Hut.
Yeah.
Okay. So those are our 5.
By the way, I went to PDQ for the first time the other day.
What do you think?
It was good.
Good.
But what I want to tell you about is how they told me my food was ready. Larry, lunch is ready.
Really?
Did you ever go there?
I've not been yet through inside. I did go through the drive-through,
Okay.
but not through
Yeah,
the
they
inside.
ask you your name. And I guess if you're there at lunchtime, they call your name as if it's your mom calling you for lunch. Larry, lunch is ready.
I think that's very clever.
Yeah, that's
I
good.
know Starbucks does that, where they write your name on the side.
Let me ask your opinion on something.
Okay.
Just a side thought here.
Okay.
Do you not think Dan Martone looks like Tim Tebow?
I think a little bit he
A
does.
lot. I think we should go down with Dan one day with a limo, right? And be like his entourage. And just let him kind of look at things and run his finger across the countertops and have everybody really nervous that Tim Tebow
That
is
is
there.
Tim Tebow? Let's do it.
Yeah. And then order something and see if they give it to him for free.
It'd be worth
You think?
trying.
You think?
Yeah, why not?
See, I think he looks a lot like Tim Tebow.
I think the problem is we know that he's Dan, so maybe...
We do.
We do, yeah.
But they don't know.
Well, let's try it.
They won't know.
It's worth trying.
And right now
It would
they're
be
hearing
fun.
us say that, and they don't realize they're being set up because we have the real Tim Tebow.
That's right.
You guys are going to think it's our guy Dan. Yeah.
But it's Tim.
Yeah.
Well, I've only gone through the drive-through. I've been to A Taste of Everywhere. I've been to Crazy Cucumber. Chayote, I have not been to. It is on my list. Have you
What kind
been?
of food is that? No.
I believe it's a Latin cuisine. It's right there next to Tastio Donuts.
Oh, okay.
And so
Oh,
I've
I've seen it, yeah,
heard great
yeah.
things about it on social media. I just haven't had a chance myself to get down there and try it. So that'll be interesting to see who our best new eatery winner is. That's always pretty fun. This year we added a category called Best Dive Bar. And that was fun to collect.
What is a dive bar?
So a dive bar is like one of these out of the way kind of secret bars, but
It's a
that
dive.
everybody goes to.
Doesn't dive conjure up something bad? I'm going down to this dive.
I don't think so.
No? Okay.
No. I mean, people were really, they liked the category. We got good feedback about it. And they said, oh, good, this is an opportunity for some of the, less familiar bars to get some recognition.
Okay.
So we have, and I can tell you, I've not been to any of these.
Okay.
Well, that's not true. I've been to Shuckers, I think, many years ago. But we've got Nowhere Bar, Shuckers, Fat Daddy's, Orange Inn, and Dr. B's. Places people love.
I know the Nowhere bar. I've passed it.
Yeah?
I always thought I'd go in there and just say I'm nowhere.
You're nowhere.
It's just like I always want to go to Jupiter, just to tell people I'm in Jupiter.
You're in Jupiter.
Yeah.
You should go. Maybe they'll win. I don't know. That'll be a great category to see who comes out on top. Best new business. Okay, another familiar category that we have every year, but
Sure.
of course different nominees. This year's new business nominees are My Ocala TV, Hart and Soul Restaurant, Rethreads, Cowboys Saloon, and the Organic Chef Foods. Very different type
Very
businesses.
different, yeah.
Very different type businesses, but
How do you judge that one?
all new.
Okay.
And all got rave reviews, so that's how we put that together. And this year, we're adding a different element, which I think will be very fun, because a lot of times we get feedback that says, you've got these categories, you've got your 5 people, but where was such and such? Why wasn't this person mentioned or that person mentioned? So what we're going to do is...
No drive-thrus? No favorite drive? The best of the best drive-through?
We don't have that on our list with nominees. But what we are doing through the month of September during weekdays, we're going to post kind of an open-ended question on our Facebook page. So, for example, like you just said, we may put, what's your favorite drive-through, food location in Ocala?
Right.
Leave it completely open. People can come under there and put whatever answers they want to put for the day. And at the end of the day, we take those answers, we tally them up, and we will post the results in the same December issue that we post the poll results. And then that question will be gone, and the next day there will be a brand new open-ended kind of question.
See, it could be a bank. A drive-through could be a bank.
It could be. I think we would be pretty specific as not to have all of these different... No.
But a drive-through to bank, sometimes they give my dog a cookie. Isn't that a nice thing?
That is very nice.
Yeah.
Just like Brewster's will give doggy ice cream to your dog.
That's right.
Yes.
Isn't that cool?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I think it'll be fun. It'll give people an opportunity to give us the answers. We'll just throw the questions out there open-ended and let people vote. But they need to understand that they have to like our Facebook page in order to have these questions show up in their news feed. If they miss it, they've missed it, because at the end of the day, it will be gone and it will be replaced with a brand new question. But it will give people an opportunity to provide their own answers. And that way, come December, we'll have our poll results, and then we'll also have our social media results, which could be anything, because...
Can I ask you to do something with me right now?
Okay.
You've been in Ocala a long time.
35 years, all my life.
And I've been here a long time. If we were to go back in time, let's say, I don't know, early 80s, let's say.
Okay.
Is that too far back for you? No.
Well,
no.
I was a child, but sure.
But you remember things. Okay.
Yeah.
So do you have a lot of people back then would have said like the best place to get a hamburger would have been Hungry Bear's?
Hungry Bear's drive-thru.
Yeah. Yeah. See, your
Sure.
eyes got wide, right?
Yeah.
Remember?
Yes.
Are they still there?
Yes.
I hate to say that I don't know.
Nope, they're still there. I still drive through from time to time and get a burger.
I'm not at that part of town anymore.
Yes.
Yeah. And there used to be a place called Golden Drumstick. Do you remember that? I
remember knowing it was there. I can't recall going there.
It was like the place people would brag about for the fries.
The Golden Drumstick?
Yeah.
I'll have to ask my folks.
Yeah.
We love Long John Silver's. When I was growing up, before I had my seafood allergy, we went there all the time.
And that's still around.
I love Long John Silver's.
Arthur Treacher's is gone, though.
Right. Yes. I remember that.
Arthur Treacher's. What else was in town?
There was Quincy's. Remember Quincy's?
Where was Quincy?
Quincy's was on the boulevard right next door to Wolfie's. It's been 4 or 5 different, like Barn Hills.
Okay.
It's been all these different.
Yeah.
It was Quincy's. That was my first job at 15, doing the East Roll thing. Yeah.
Wait a minute. I know one that is kind of before your time.
Okay.
I think it was Woolworth's. I was just a little kid, and I didn't even live here. I was visiting, and they had these key lime milkshakes right there. You know where Laredo's is?
Yes.
There was like a Woolworth's or something over there.
I remember.
Yeah. Oh, you do remember that?
Yes.
Those were good.
Yes.
And you sat at the counter in those
I do remember.
big red stools that swiveled. Yeah.
Yes, because it was in that same plaza where Rheinauer's was at the end.
Yes.
So my grandmother would take me down to Rheinauer's to buy maybe like an Easter dress or something fancy and pop into Woolworth's.
And what would you have said back in those days was the best of the best movie theater in town? It's no longer a movie theater. The Springs Theater.
The Springs Theater. I mean, we lived off of 7th Street, so that was right. We were right there.
But wasn't
so
that...
we went all the time to the Springs Theater.
But that
Which is funny, yeah.
That was an awesome theater.
I know. I don't know what happens to things like that. It's kind of sad.
It is.
It's very sad. Maybe we need a category that is reminiscent of what was the best
best of the past.
Best of the past. Yeah. That would be fun because everybody remembers things differently, and there's so many new people that move into Ocala that they miss such an awesome time with some truly awesome businesses.
If you could rewind and bring anything back, I think Six Gun would be on the top of many lists.
I'm sure.
I don't know why that ever disappeared. I guess we just weren't supporting it enough, or what. Well, we were depending on tourists, I think, for that one.
Things change, and that's why every year we want to make sure that the people that are doing their very best here and now in our community are recognized, because that's one great way to keep businesses around, is to recognize them and encourage people to support them. So we want to make sure that on September 1st, everybody is watching Facebook. Make sure you go and like the Ocala Magazine Facebook page so that when that link pops up, you guys can start voting, and you'll be able to vote every day until the end of September.
It's a fun way to be interactive with the community.
We love it. We absolutely love it.
Yeah, cool stuff, Kelly. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
All right, we will take a break. We'll be right back.
The rock and roll is gonna suit my soul. I don't care about no rock and jive. Just wanna be your man tonight. Ocala, baby. What makes you look so good? Ocala, baby. What makes you look so good? Why don't
Fox News Radio. I'm Chris Foster.